Hello and welcome to the Cooper Alumni Series. My name is Dr. Stephen Popp, and I'm here today with Catherine Devore Johnson, class of 1996. We are thrilled to talk with her today, not only about her experiences at Cooper, but also her recent endeavors, including her new book. Catherine, how are you doing?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me today.
Well, we're thrilled to have you. You graduated Cooper in 96
Yes.
and went on to Yale as a history major. I, too, am a history major, so I have great affinity for your work there, and then went to UT for your JD. Tell us a little bit about what you've been up to since your academic experiences.
After I graduated from law school, I went to work for Haynes & Boone, a law firm in downtown Houston, doing corporate bankruptcy. And then I moved to a smaller firm called Allen Boone Humphreys Robinson doing municipal finance work. I was a mud lawyer. And then I had my first child and decided I was going to retire from working. And about, I would say, 6 weeks later was like, wait a minute, I miss adult interaction. I'd like to go back. So I went back part-time for about a year and a half and then had my second child. 2 years and 3 months later, it wasn't that close. And decided to stay home full-time.
Yeah.
So raised my kids for about 10 years and then started dipping my toe back in the waters of work, doing some nonprofit work. And now I'm working at Texas Children's Hospital part-time. I'm part of a 3-person writing support team in the Research Administration Department. We edit grants and manuscripts and book chapters and provide other writing support services to physician scientists there.
That's wonderful. That is what a wonderful career. A lot of different opportunities for you to take advantage of what you learned here at Cooper. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about your Cooper experience and what you gleaned from it and how it propelled you in your life of work.
I would say that I probably use skills that I learned at Cooper every single day of my life. My Cooper education taught me how to write, how to read, and how to think. I'm still so grateful to all the amazing teachers I had. So yeah, it's been really integral to my career success. That's
right. To write and read and to think. And you have to do all of those to create a book. So tell us a little bit about your new book and the topic. And we don't want to give too many spoilers away, but we'd love to hear about your work and then how we can find out more about it.
Thank you. It's called The Panacea Project. It's about a young woman who discovers that her immune system can cure cancer. And she decides to take part in a research study to understand the mechanisms of that. And once word of that leaks out, you can imagine she's considered very valuable by a lot of people. So at that point, it's a bit of a medical thriller. So.
Oh, that's fantastic! And in the process of writing, it's not the easiest thing. Do you have what did you take from that experience in terms of writing? Like, because I think a lot of our Cooper students are aspiring writers in their own right. Tell us a little bit about what they might glean from your experience as a writer.
Well, actually, this is the second book that I wrote. I wrote another book, just a work of women's fiction. It was a dual point of view story about a mother and a daughter. And that probably took in total 7 or 8 years. I wrote a draft, worked with an editor, rewrote it again, started the process of querying agents, which I had to take some time off from doing that, but it took about 2 years and 199 queries. And I did eventually end up with an agent and did a little more editing on that book and then started the process of submitting it to publishers. We went 2 rounds on that and didn't have any luck. So I, mentioned to him in a phone call or an email that, I have an idea for another story. And I pitched the Panacea Project to him and he said, that sounds really interesting. Why don't you go and write that book? So I did, and I think the process of writing the first book really helped me. It honed my skills in terms of how to tell a story and how to be really disciplined about writing. So the Panacea Project only took me about a year. It probably also helped that it was right in the middle of the pandemic, so there was a lot more time to write. And yeah, after a year of that, went back, tried to submit it again to publishers, and eventually decided to work with a hybrid publisher to get my book out into the world. So I published the book with Greenleaf Book Group out of Austin, Texas, and I've been extremely happy with them.
Great. Well, and we will certainly provide information as to where we can find this book in this edition of our Cooper News. And any advice that you'd like to give our students that are right now working through the second semester of their year as a Cooper alum and a distinguished scholar here?
I would say have fun, but stay focused. Keep your grades up.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do want to take on a project like writing a book, to just to not give up. It can be frustrating to work on a project that big.
Mm-hmm.
You can lose motivation. Things might come up that stop you from writing, but don't let bumps in the road stop you.
Yeah.
I know that's pretty trite, but I found it to be the most helpful thing when it comes to writing a book, is just push through and don't give up.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much. Well, it's been a joy to talk with you today, and we're thrilled that you're back here on campus and promoting your book, and we're excited to promote it with you as one of our distinguished alumni. So thank you very much for joining us today, and we'll see you soon.